Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be episode 3. I'm going to be talking about MKUltra. According to a journalist, Stefan Kinsler, Gullip wanted to create a way to seize control of people's minds and realized it was a two-step process. End of quote. The process he is talking about is a program called MKUltra. MKUltra started in the 1950s. During that time, a significant historical event was happening, the Cold War. The actual process of MKUltra was way too crazy for war funds, but it was typical for CIA during the time. So the lowest point is never going on a business trip with the CIA. The origins of MKUltra were unique evil plot for a horror movie. The MKUltra was started on April 13, 1953, on a Monday. A project started on a Monday. Of all days they could have chosen, they pick it up on a Monday. You might be thinking, where did MKUltra take place? MKUltra take place in the old World War II era Japanese and German concentration camps. What was the primary motivation for MKUltra? Their reason was mind controlling. Because during the Korean War, the Soviets, Chinese, and North Korea allegedly used mind-controlling techniques on the US prisoners of war. From there, the CIA was motivated by the former enemy's plans. The employees that worked under MKUltra were regular, but they were not normal scientists of the CIA, and former World War II German scientists. Yeah, that was type of scientists. The CIA in the 1950s was a different breed. During the prime days of MKUltra project, the CIA would use the idea of MKUltra on everyone in the US and Canada to test the stuff of MKUltra. They were messing around and finding out the solution. And remembering what I said, the MKUltra occurred in the former World War II camps of the Germans and the Japanese. The CIA had secret arrest camps around the world to continue the work of MKUltra on suspicious enemy agents of the Cold War. These locations of private arrest camps are mainly in Europe and East Asia. However, they are mostly from Japan, Germany, and the Philippines. Who was the primary individual in MKUltra? The main guy was Sidney Gullip. He was born on August 3rd, 1918 and died on March 7th, 1999. This guy was a brilliant American chemist and a master of spying. As a brilliant to do stuff, Mr. Gullip was ordered by the CIA director Allen Dubs, I'm probably butchering the name, on April 13th, 1953. Every project needs much supply. The CIA would spend its time and money on finding some LSD. I will explain what LSD is. LSD is a potent drug that makes people see and feel things that aren't there. It's like taking a trip in a person's mind where the colors might look different and a person might see things that aren't there. But using LSD can be dangerous and it's against the law. With that, Mr. Gullip 100% believes that the CIA would truly unlock the potential of LSD's effects on the mind properties. The CIA and Mr. Gullip would use 10 kilograms, that's exactly 22 pounds, during the whole experience of MKUltra. During the entire knowledge of MKUltra, the CIA would use more drugs like these, because I literally don't know how you pronounce any of these words. MKUltra had a field day on drugs. Once the CIA found the appropriate medications, they would ask multiple colleges for help. What do I mean by asking? I mean they literally asked Columbia University, Stanford University, and other colleges. The college's objective in MKUltra was to study the effects of LSD and other drugs, but they don't know that they were involved in the project of MK. Also, the CIA would give these colleges funds for their studies. The crazy thing during this project was that the CIA would test the new drugs on their colleagues, whom the CIA doesn't trust. Basically, what I'm talking about is the government. Like their own government colleagues. Mental patients, prisoners, drug addicts and prostitutes. The CIA would find folks who don't fight back. As for their colleagues, as I said before, they would volunteer or say I'll do it. Or the people that the CIA don't trust, because the same people would expose them. What type of colleagues would volunteer for this project? They are CIA employees, military personnel, doctors, and government agents. Alright, you guys might be asking, bruh, where them drugs? Honestly, I don't know where the CIA got the drugs, but as for LSD, they would come from Switzerland. The aim of using these drugs is to make suspicious individuals confess quickly. Also, there is another reason for these drugs, is to clean an individual's mind. Basically, they're erasing the mind. Speaking of erasing minds, during the MKUltra experiment, the CIA told their military and government colleagues that if they were to expose the MKUltra project, they would receive heavy court-martials. The CIA actions were a massive violation to the Nuremberg Code. One of these violations happened, but not to the government's colleagues. It happened to the ordinary people like you, me, and the next door neighbor. This violation was one component of MKUltra. This component was called Operation Midnight Climax. In the operation, the CIA would establish safe houses in cities like San Francisco and New York. These safe houses were to set up to observe people who had unwittingly taken LSD. The agents positioned behind two-way mirrors carefully watch and document the effects of the drug on unknown players. While this operation provided some insights, it is surrounded by disagreement due of the immoral concerns of exposing people in such potent substance without their knowledge or consent. Operation Midnight Climax was one of the multiple locations where MKUltra took place. The other locations were Canada, the Philippines, and most of Europe. The MK project was spread through these locations. The MK project was running for 19 years from 1953 to 1972. In 1972, Mr. Golub, the smartest chemist, spy master, and the head of MKUltra retired. He decided to retire because he completely dismissed his entire effort for the project as useless. Then a year later, in 1973, after Mr. Golub retired, there was another event that happened that year, and its name was Watergate. Watergate was causing the whole government to panic. When things get into a panic, someone will make a horrible decision, and CIA Director Richard Helms made that decision, and he was new then. He ordered all CIA agents to destroy all information related to MKUltra. This solo decision will cause the investigators a massive hiccup in understanding why the CIA started the MKUltra. But little does Richard know that a few CIA agents accidentally placed the files containing MKUltra information in the wrong building. In December 1974, the New York Times wrote an article allegedly the CIA was taking illegal actions towards the US citizens during the 1960s. The United States Congress took the same article in the form of the Church Committee and the Rockefeller Commission. In 1975, the Church Committee, Rockefeller Commission, and Garrett Ford's United States President Commission revealed to the public the existence of MKUltra. During the investigation, the respected authorities only relied on the sworn testimony of direct individuals involved in the project, and few documents that survives Helms' order because they were in the wrong freaking building. In 1977, the Freedom of Information Act wanted to uncover several 2,000 papers from MKUltra, leading up to the Senate's hearing. But there is some surviving papers about MKUltra were declassified in 2001. In every scientific project, people always passed away during it. Remember when the CIA director ordered the info about MKUltra to be destroyed? He failed to know that the information about the conditions of every individual involved in MKUltra had survived during the order. In that document, it says that there were several deaths during MK. However, there is one exciting death, and that death is Mr. Frank Olson. Mr. Frank Olson was a necessary figure in the MKUltra program. He was a biochemist who worked in the United States and later for the CIA. Olson's involvement in MKUltra began when he was assigning to research the potential uses of mixed drugs, including LSD, for mind control and interrogation. However, Olson reportedly became increasingly worried by the mortal importance of the program and the effects of the drug he was working with. In 1953, Olson attended a retreat with other scientists, during which he was unknowingly given LSD. This event is said to have deeply affected him and leading up to severe emotional distress. Sometime later, under mysterious circumstances, Olson fell to his death from a hotel window, originally ruled as a suicide. The circumstances surrounding his death have raised suspicions of foul play. In recent years, evidence suggests that Olson may have subject to corrupt treatment and his death might be connecting to his knowledge of MKUltra activities. After MKUltra became known, there were legal problems and people got very upset. Remember when I said the Church Commission and the Rockefeller Commission and the other one too? They started investigations and court cases to deal with the bad things that happened in the program. People unknowingly experiment on or hurt by MKUltra sued the government, asking for payment and fairness. Some cases were settled and apologies were given, but not everyone felt like they got justice. The whole situation showed that it's important to have rules and honesty in research, and it made people think about how to prevent such things from happening again. MKUltra was the craziest thing that ever happened from 1950s to 1972. Was MKUltra a theory? Based on the information from the sources that I have, I believe that MKUltra was a real thing, not an idea. What is the positive outcome of MK? Well, there was one thing that came out on the bright side. The CIA did too much studying of the side effects of the drug. Since then, every doctor and scientist has been studying mixtures of drugs and their side effects. There is a lesson within this. Don't trust people who say, "Want a ride?" or "I need help on my car late at night," because they might want to kidnap you and probably put an unknown substance on you. Thank you for listening to me talking about MKUltra. Have a great day. Thank you.